So this is a book that I want to share with you. It is called Spin for this reason. First, this looks like a bird, okay? But then if I turn it around, oh, it becomes a fish, right? So that's on the cover. It's also inside the book, and I'll just read the words and show you the pictures, and then we'll try to draw one of them. How does a squirrel change into a horse and back again with the simple turn of a wheel? This book is filled with exciting animals that flip, spin, and twirl into something entirely unexpected. So there's my squirrel. Alright, you see his head, his little paws, and his big floofy tail. Right, a little squirrel sitting on the fence. Let's turn him so he's sitting on the fence. Or, originally I had it turned around this way and it looks like a horse. His eyes, and his nose, and his neck and mane. Okay. Some of them are better than others, so you guys can give me your opinion. Here's the one that was on the cover. Bird soars high above the sea, gliding on the ocean breeze. Fish swims in the waves below. Pull the tab and watch him go. This is the one I think we'll try to draw. He's the one I think that we can do pretty easily. So I see a big circle, right, and a triangle that's upside down. And we did a bird wing like this on our hummingbird that we did earlier. So I think this one is going to be okay for us to draw. Cow lays down her head to rest. She knows which rock she likes the best. Owl glides across the sky. Spin the wheel and watch him fly. He's actually not flying. It says watch him fly, but he's just sitting on the rock. Okay, and then this is his eyes are the nostrils. So turn it back to the cow here. It's just a matter of how you perceive things. Things can be different depending on how you look at them. Okay, here's our frog finds a pond to cool his feet. What a great place to beat the heat. Moose walks down to take a sip. Pull this tab to see them flip. This one is one that the kids in the classroom, we find this one really easy to identify. They already know it's going to be a moose before I turn it. And they already know, if it's already up, they already know that's going to be a frog when we flip it. Okay. This one is a cat chases mouse all through the day. Watch them as they run and play. And cat or mouse, which one will win? This one, my little tab is broken, so it doesn't spin anymore. This is a really old book, you guys. But this was, it looks like the kitty, but then when you turn it around, that mouse is smiling at that cheese. It's like a little food chain happening. The mouse eats the cheese, and we know what farm cats eat field mice, so that's kind of fun. Anyway, oh, this is my favorite one. Monkey swings high up in the tree. Turn the page and you will see. Duck is going for a swim. The water's warm, so come on in. That's the last one too, you guys. That's the last one in the book. It's funny though. I like that one. That's my favorite one because it's a pop-up. And if I show the kids the back side of the book, you can see the but it's the same illustration. It just pops up, and the monkey's face it's the surrounding stuff that also makes this one really successful, because the monkey is, you can still see this shape of the monkey head over here, and if I turn my duck upside down, he still looks like this is the monkey's face if you're not paying attention to what's going on around him. Okay, so let's turn back to the cover, and we've got my little bird here, and we'll try to draw him and see if we can turn our page upside down and have him be a fish as well. And you can put water at the bottom of the page and clouds and sky at the top of the page if you want to. That's going to be up to you because you're going to have your own paper in front of you, and I'm going to just turn my sketchbook to an empty page and see how we go here. I'll turn my book up here. And you know, you can make a little line through the middle that looks like water, like so. Let me use my my marker instead of my pencil because I want you to be able to see it. I'll use my blue marker. And my pencil line, that's the water, I'll leave that pencil so I can erase part of it if I want to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a big oval. You use a pencil so you can erase if you want to, and you see my oval is kind of weird because I had an extra cup of tea this morning. My hand's a little bit wobbly. So there's a little line at the top above his brow, like so. There's another oval right here. We'll go ahead and draw an oval that's positioned at about the same point. Another oval. And that little white spot there, that's just a spot where the ink is kind of starting to rub off of the book, so I'm going to leave that alone. Let's put a little circle here for that little reflection dot. Then he's got a big iris that's filled in, and around that there's another oval. You can do as many as you want. You can even just put a dot there if you want to. You don't have to do it the way they do in the book. That's what's fun about drawing. You can change it however you want. And mine's not quite the same as that, and that is okay. Just to be, I want to make that a little bit bigger, just so it fits in that oval nicely, and I want him to have big friendly eyes. So I'm going to do my beak now. If I were using my pencil, I'd be able to erase a little bit of this line depending on where my little beak is. I'm going to put it right there where it is in the book. Okay, and it's just shaped like a, kind of like a droplet, isn't it? Kind of like a raindrop with that pointy beak. If he's the fish, then that is his, it can be a fin on top of his head if that's a fish. And I'm going to curve this up like this so he looks a little bit more like he's smiling. It does curve up a little bit here. So, and when you're coloring this, you can make those color divisions here. They're using red and orange and yellow on his beak. Now let's do his little, let's do the wing before we do. And marker's wanting to stop working a little bit. Sorry about that. Now we're going to do a little trick of coloring inside this, because the fish fin is going to look like that, but then they've got these little scalloped lines here, so that inside, if it's the bird, it's his feathers, and you can make that a little wider if you want to. But if it's the fish, then that's just an interesting fin pattern. And we'll go from here to here, curve back up. It's a little bird's breast area. And then we'll make this fin come down like this. Or wing, since it's the bird, this is his wing, and we can color that in. Then you can go back and do little lines like this, that feathers, or what are those if this is a fish? That's his scales, right? And you make as many of those as you want. They're just like little C's, aren't they? Little C's that are stuck together. We've been doing, in the classroom, we've been doing letters that are hiding inside of little animal drawings. And those are fun, and we could use a C and turn it into fish scales, right? Or bird feathers. Okay. Now on the back, behind the wing, this line of the body is going to continue, just like that, about up that far. And then we're going to go from this part of his head back. And swoop it down like that, almost meeting up there. And then we're going to make our upside down triangle. Let's make both of these lines. It kind of curves out a little. And it could curve out or in here. I think either way would be fine. I'm just going to make it a triangle. And I'm going to, there's a little triangle inside the big one. But I'm just going to put these little lines here. It's going to make it easier for me. And I think it's pretty cool like this. It is a line drawing, so we utilize lines when we do a line drawing. And I can put as many little lines as I want to in there. And it looks cute. Alright, and then there's one more little thing over here. We have the eye. Ask your mom and dad if they want to try this with you, because I think they would do a good job on this too. Or don't ask them and hide it, because then you can trick them and see if they know that this is a bird or if they see the fish. Because you can kind of, now that you know what's going to happen, you can see both. But you can cut this out if you want to. And it's a fish jumping out of the water, and make a little droplet of water, make some nice wavy lines here. I like to curl one around sometimes and make my cute water line. Woo. The water line. He's fishy. He's very fishy. Use some droplets. He's splashing, right? He's splashy, right? And then up here would be the sky, and down here would be the water. And you can take him, if you cut him out and do your water and your sky on a separate page, then you can show him in front of the background and turn him either way. So I'm going to do this. On here I'm going to write the word fish right side up when I'm showing my fish. Oh, whoopsie. I mean bird. Look at me go. It's the bird when it's this way. I'll take my white out and fix that in a minute. Or if I've got him flipped this way, he's a fish. I spell it fish. F-I-S-H. Okay, and then I gotta get my I gotta either color that in around here, or I've gotta wipe that out. Oopsie. We all make mistakes, and that's alright. If you make a mistake, it's 'cause you were trying, which is nothing wrong with that. Okay, so there we are. I'm going to cover my mistake up with my fingers. My bird or my fish. Thank you for hanging in there with me. This was a little bit more difficult than usual, because we are going to have a fun time trying it over and over again, as many times as you want to. And do email me a picture of your drawing if you would like to. And I will see you later. Have a great weekend, you guys. Bye-bye.